Okay, so let's talk about the Monolith M1060s versus the Sennheiser HD650s. So I originally bought these Sennheisers because I wanted something that was audiophile quality, but I wanted something with some bass in it. I do like hearing bass in my music, so I bought these. So I like these are great. So I use them both for listening to music and gaming. So with gaming, I found that I could hear footsteps pretty well, and overall they're really enjoyable. Surprisingly good, you know, for being reference headphones. I thought that everything would kind of be subdued, but I was pretty happy with them. So I've had these for a while, and I was thinking, you know, there's got to be something better. I thought they were really good, but you know, I knew there was something better out there. And the bad thing is that, you know, I paid about $315 for these. I believe I got them on Amazon. And if I wanted something better, from what I've read, is I would have to spend about $1,000, which is not good. So when I heard about these from Z Reviews, thanks by the way, Z Reviews, thank you for letting me know about these. And also thanks to DMS TV and Alex Magliano. I'll put up their links to their channels below. It was through their videos that I decided to finally buy these for $300. It seemed like a great deal, especially when they described how these sounded. I was really excited about them. You know, not having to pay nearly $1,000 for really good sound quality. And I was willing to live with, you know, maybe some of the build quality issues. Okay, so the first thing that comes to mind when I compare the Sennheiser HD650s to the Monolith M1060s are the pads. So first here, these are kind of like a pleather material. They're very plush. I mean, look at this. And they're pretty deep, so that's good. And these are like the Sennheiser has like a black velour material, which is very comfortable. And I'm gonna say for prolonged use and comfort, the velour material is probably better. The problem with the pleather pads here is that, especially with gaming, is that your ears are gonna sweat and it doesn't feel very good. So after about half an hour of gaming, you're gonna feel the sweat build up in your ear, and that of course is not good. Whereas with these velour, you could wear them for quite a while. Your ears are probably not gonna sweat, or very little. However, these are more comfortable. I'll say we just, you know, kicking back, listening to music, these are more comfortable. They cover your ear entirely. They're soft. However, in terms of comfort, these Sennheisers, when you put them on, you don't feel like they're on at all. Like, they're so light and kind of like slim compared to these, where you don't even feel that they're on. So they're comfortable. These are a little heavier, and you will definitely notice that they're on. If you look out of the corner of your eye, you're probably gonna see the front of the headphones here. And because they're heavy, depending if you're lying down or something, they're gonna tend to slide. So just know that. Whereas the Sennheisers, they're gonna fit pretty comfortably. You can adjust them pretty well. And the pad on this is pretty good on top. So in terms of build quality, I would say the Sennheisers are great. I mean, I've had them for quite a while now, like several months, you know, probably more than 6 months. No scratches on them or anything. The only thing I would complain are that the pads, that they tend to pick up a lot of lint material and they don't look clean. So if anybody has any recommendations how to clean this, you know, leave a comment down below. Now with these, I already noticed, as you see right here, there's the paint started to come off here. It must have rubbed on something, I don't even know how. And of course, this paint material being scratched off here seems a little more flimsy, or a little bit, it seems like this is more likely to break than this. These seem pretty, even though they have plastic parts. If I were to guess which one were to break first, I would go with the M1060s. So let's move on from that. So now let's compare the sound Sennheisers to the M1060s. Sennheisers sound great. I mean, no complaints. I did feel that the vocals are a bit subdued on the Sennheiser HD650s. They are also subdued on the M1060s, but I would say the vocals are a little bit better on M1060s. So I would say treble is better on the Sennheisers versus the M1060s. But when it comes down to the bass, the M1060s kill the Sennheiser 650. I mean, the bass is really, really tight and you actually feel it. I mean, this is the best bass on any headphones I've ever heard. On these, like, the bass is like, it's kind of like right on you. On the Monolith M1060s, the bass, you can imagine that you put it like maybe 2 feet away from you, but you still feel the bass kind of like punching at you. Okay, just the bass alone, I mean, wow. As far as driving the headphones, the Sennheisers are harder to drive, so if you're gonna use this with like a portable device, this is probably gonna be easier to drive. With the Sennheisers, you're gonna have to have some kind of amp. So you're gonna use it with your phone or something, you're gonna have to carry a little amp with you. And I did notice a significant difference when I used the amp versus when I didn't. So the Sennheisers are much harder to drive. You definitely need an amp with them. We're talking about impedance of 300 ohms versus impedance of 50 ohms. So if you're gonna use it with portable devices, phones and all that, the Monolith M1060 is probably better for you. These Sennheisers, you're gonna need an amp to really get the full sound out of them. So looking at the audio cable for Sennheiser, it's got these connectors, and I like that they're labeled. Left goes in the left, and right goes in the right. And they give you a gigantic, very long cable. You can literally listen to your music from across the room. It does come with the bigger 6.35 millimeter connector though, but I really like this kind of like inline adapter. So you just plug it in here, and now it makes it into the 3.5 millimeter. I don't think I would have liked if they would have provided one of these instead. I really like this adapter cable, you know, but for me, I think this length of cable is unnecessary. I really liked the cable length of the M1060, 6 feet. And this right angle adapter actually worked out. I was concerned at first, but it worked out. So let's talk about price. So Sennheisers can be had at about between $300 to $350. So right now I saw that they're $315 on Amazon. Are they worth it for $315? Yes. But you can get the M1060s for $299 on Monoprice, which is $300. And just in terms of looks, I mean, the Monolith M1060s look way better. I mean, they look like monster headphones compared to these. They got the wood going for them. Nice plushy pads. They had some build qualities in revision 1. True, but they fixed a lot of that. And they're not charging you more. So if you were to ask me, you have, say, $325 to spend on some headphones. Should you buy the Sennheisers or the Monolith M1060s? I'm gonna tell you, buy the Monolith M1060s. The sound is just a little livelier. Overall, the Monolith M1060 headphones are more enjoyable to listen to. I would say 8 out of 10 times, depending on the music you're listening to, I would pick the Monolith M1060s to listen to my music on. Also for gaming, these worked out really, really well. I could literally, in CSGO for example, I could literally go next to a wall and I could hear the other team walking by. And so I would alert my teammates that they're, you know, at B side or whatever. So yeah, for gaming, these are great. You're gonna be very happy. These are also good for gaming, but these are better. Okay, so let's move on to what most of you are here for, sound quality. So yeah, if you're looking for like totally neutral headphones, maybe the Sennheisers are better for you, but I'm telling you, man, the bass on these, man, oh man, you'll be a happy person. Yeah, these are more livelier to kind of hear. I would say these are more enjoyable to listen to. I found that the Sennheiser HD650s, when I was listening, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Tidal streaming music service, but they do have some, what they call, you know, they have the hi-fi version of songs and they have masters. So the masters has a lot of extra sounds in it. I found when listening to the master version of the songs, that the sound was a little bit too harsh on these HD650s, and it was not a very good listening experience. However, when I tried those same master versions of those songs on these Monolith M1060s, you know, it sounded great. The sound was all separated and it was enjoyable, whereas on the HD650s it sounded a bit harsh. It was just like too much sound, if that makes any sense. If you guys have any comments, comment down below, hit like if you like the video, and if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button.